Alright folks, it's Matthew here. We are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Time for Case 11. Thanks to these three for helping me out. Hadi, Juan Carlos, and Paulo Roberto. The Parting Shot. Bureau's headquarters in Dubai. Matthew, now that we're in Dubai, you're planning to set a trap where the sword can be executed. Time is of the essence. I hope it works. Our investigation in Egypt helped us get closer to the sword, but it wasn't enough. They must be stopped before they strike again. And it's not just about avenging Chief Ripley's murder anymore. With the discovery that the sword belongs to Sombra, a worldwide terrorist organization aimed at global domination, there is no room for anything other than absolute success. Thanks to Matthew, we found Sombra's weapons dealer, a man named Seamus Cummings. We're going to use him to get to the sword. Matthew, your mission is to purchase a large quantity of weapons from Mr. Cummings in order to attract the attention of the sword. You and Archer will go undercover posing as rebel leaders seeking weapons for an uprising. You are to meet him at Dubai's famous rooftop golf course. Should anything happen while you're undercover, your safe word is Eskimo. Matthew, our meeting time is approaching and we've got to get into our rebel leader disguises to meet our target. It's time we end the sword's game for good. Alright, we're all suited up. You look great, Matthew. Seamus will never suspect a thing. Let's go see a man about some weapons. To the rooftop golf course we go. Alright.
An 18-year HPV vet.
Here we go. Oh no. It's him. Bert's matchbook. Victim's body. Victim's golf bag. Diamond. Surprised that's not a clue. Pineapple. Okay. Oh no, Matthew. That's our target, Seamus Cummings. But he's dead. What's the safe word again? Eskimo? You're right, Matthew. With Seamus dead, we can't follow through on our plan to trap the sword.
Right now, Snake alive. A big slithery find on Oahu, and what's
the best thing now is to find out who killed him and see if it can lead us back to the sword somehow. Let's see if anything around here can help. Matthew, the golf bag you picked up is a good start. There's got to be something in there we can use. You also want to put together that ripped up matchbook? Let's do it. Matthew, there's still hope of catching the sword, but first let's take off these disguises. It's hot in here.
And I'm Angie Denise. Every island has seen showers, even downpours. So how long and how intense will the rain be? KITV4 meteorologist Paul Drews has our answers tonight.
Okay.
Well, it will be wet. Rain is letting up in some
and
places.
let's autopsy the body right now.
Continue to be soaked for tonight, and we could see a very soggy weekend. As we take a live look outside,
about 10 more seconds.
From our Ala Moana cam, the clouds and showers over the island. In addition to that, we have seen numerous rain, including some downpours, even this afternoon. I want to go ahead and
okay, I'm going to grab a bunch of stars. I'll be right back. Okay, I got me 6 stars. Let's examine the golf bag first. A lot of golf accessories. I will say though that my car does have a lot of golf stuff inside, and I don't even play golf. Save for mini golf, of course. Samus's golf bag was pretty fancy with those gold-plated clubs. Inside the bag, you found a name tag that belongs to a certain Khalid Al-Zarani. The name tag says he's a caddy for the resort. Good idea, Matthew. Let's question Khalid the caddy. I bet the resort reception desk could tell us where to find him. I don't think he's the killer. About being the victim's golf caddy. Khalid Al-Zarani, we're here investigating the murder of Samus Cummings. We know you were his caddy. Sheriff Matthew found your name tag in his golf bag. You must know I'm innocent. I went to meet Mr. Cummings, but when I arrived, he was already dead. So you found the body and just left? You do know that looks suspicious from where I'm standing. If the police had seen me there, they would have arrested me instantly. No questions asked. It's a shame he's dead. Mr. Cummings always hired me as his caddy whenever he was in town. He was quiet, but always a generous tipper. As touching as those sentiments are, you're officially suspect in the murder of Samus Cummings. We may need to ask you more questions, so you should stick around this time. Okay, we're at Matchbook. Matthew, there's a message on that matchbook you found next to the victim. 7:30 bar meeting. It looks like our victim's next meeting was supposed to be at Dubai's famous underwater bar. You're right, Matthew. We need to go to the underwater bar and find out who was next on the victim's agenda.
What it's like for those out on the roads in this wet weather? Well, take a look at this. And here on Oahu,
Alright.
we are expecting things to be cloudy and wet tonight.
As you can see, I got a gold crown here at the rooftop golf course crime scene. Now let's investigate the underwater bar.
In fact, Hawaii under an urban and small stream flood advisory. It's going to be cloudy and wet to start off the weekend for those northern islands. We've seen some rainfall rates over on Kauai, 1 to 2 inches an hour, so that threat of flooding remains over the northern
Let's see
end
what we
of
got.
the state. As we take a look at what's been going on, you can see lots of moisture from Maui north.
Tiger.
Still some
Oh, boy.
light showers for the Big Island, but here on Oahu we have seen some windward areas getting between 2 and 3 inches of rain.
Bloody
And
ticket.
rain on the way coming up from the southerly direction. Parts of
Wonder where the
places
oh,
like
seashell. There we are. 5 seconds.
over the past day, and you can see those stronger showers
15th.
just to the south of the Garden Isle, coming up to the north in the next few hours. Once again, more wet weather for this evening and for the weekend.
All right, another
What's
OJ.
going on? That trough of low pressure that's been helping to pull up that moisture continues to drift to the west and will interact with that stalled front to the north of the island.
Matthew, don't move.
So for
There's a
your
tiger staring right at us.
tonight and into tomorrow, and that will help to draw more of that moisture over the western end of the island.
You want to do what, Matthew? You want to grab those gold bars from its mouth? Are you out of your mind? It could eat us.
At least early on for the weekend. So as we take a look at our forecast for tonight and into tomorrow, plenty of clouds and those showers. Again, the focus
I can't believe you're doing this, Matthew. I've got your back, but just in case, it was nice knowing you. I can't watch this.
Cloudy and wet. We could see some heavy rain, even the possibility of some thunderstorms over the weekend. Once again,
Matthew, are you alright? That was one scary tiger. Good thing I had some leftover kebab to distract him. Now that we're both safe, let's dust the gold bar the tiger had in its mouth. It looks like there's something engraved on it. After risking your life, you want to search a shopping bag? Matthew, it's your call. Let's see what you find inside. Matthew, about that ski lift ticket you found, how the hell does a lift ticket end up here in Dubai? And why is it covered in blood? Good idea, Matthew. Let's get a sample of that blood to Laura so we can find out whose it is. Alright, Matthew, the victim's matchbook said he had a meeting at 7:30 and that time is approaching. Let's hope one of these clues can help us figure out who he was supposed to meet. I'm gonna grab a few stars, I'll be back. Okay, got some stars. Let's examine the gold bar now. Sultan Mahmud I. Matthew, so the gold bar you found belongs to a certain Sultan Mahmud. Any idea who he is? You met the Sultan in a previous investigation? He's the tyrannical ruler of a desert town? What's he doing here in Dubai? You're saying he's trying to stop his people from protesting in the streets? Then he could have been here to buy weapons. Exactly, Matthew. The Sultan must be our victim's 7:30 appointment. Brilliant idea, Matthew. We should go undercover for our meeting and see what the meeting with the Sultan. But this time we'll go disguised as our victim and see exactly what they had planned. Talk to him. Matthew, it's 7:30. Operation Sultan Sting is in effect and these disguises are flawless. The Sultan's reaction should be interesting. If he killed Samus, he'll be surprised to see him alive and well. Ready, Matthew? Let's do this. Sultan Mahmud, I'm Seamus Cummings. I've got the goods. Do you have the gold? Mr. Cummings? I didn't expect to see you. I heard you were dead. Well, I'm here, so let's get started. I brought your gold, but our deal is clear. I purchased these weapons from you, and you will stop selling to my enemies, the sword included, or else I will kill you. Do we have an understanding? And I've thrown in some extra gold to make sure we have an understanding on our matter as well. The other matter? Right, the other matter. We won't say a word. That went well, huh, Matthew? The Sultan had no idea who we really were, and he seemed very surprised to see Samus. But I wonder what's that other matter he mentioned. Hopefully we'll find out soon enough.
It means that he had a closer connection to her.
Okay.
Favorite photos and tie it all together with a heartfelt message. Best of all, you'll save 50% on all holiday cards in all styles, sizes, and stocks when you use promo code CAR50 at Vistaprint.com.
There we are. Matthew, now that you got a sample of the blood on the ski lift ticket, let's see if Lars can tell us who it belonged to.
Protected by best-in-class coverage, including complimentary scheduled maintenance. For great offers, visit
Alright, 3 hours.
retailer during the Unwrap the Jaguar sales event.
And a shopping bag.
It's a great time to get a great deal and get into a new Volkswagen at Honolulu Volkswagen. Sign on front of his bag.
Aha! A gift box.
Including Jettas.
Matthew, there was a lot of stuff in that shopping bag, including this gift box. How many purses does a woman need? I'll never understand. There's a message from our victim written on the lid of the box. It reads, "To Fiona, with love, Samus." I wonder who this Fiona person is. Let's open the box and see. This earring and necklace set looks pricey. And there's another card inside. It says, "To another 20 years, your loving husband." That solves the mystery. This Fiona must be Fiona Cummings. She must be our victim's wife. I wonder if she knows he's dead. Matthew, we should go find her and break the bad news.
I'm so sorry. But all I have in the gift shop.
About her husband's death?
How do you feel? Already fast.
I can't believe Samus is dead. And on our 20th wedding anniversary, too.
Spend it without pay.
He'd always mention about how amazing Dubai was, so he surprised me with this trip as a gift. So you and Samus were here on an anniversary trip?
The fact that Cole
After our son died 3 years ago, Samus retired from the weapons business. We promised we'd spend more time together, travel the world. What am I going to do? Samus was all I had left. We know this must be difficult for you, but do you have any idea who might have wanted your husband dead? In his line of work, that could have been anyone, but that was all over. Although you might want to check for his money. He always traveled with pocket cash in case he needed to get out of a sticky situation. Matthew, the money Fiona mentioned wasn't with the victim when we found him. That means someone got to the money before we got to the body.
anything to your son.
We need to find that money. Good chance whoever stole it could be our killer.
Your tiger seems to be anything with lady parts.
Okay, I'll let this run its course. I might speed up the autopsy, but we'll see. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. I'm gonna get the results of the blood. Matthew, it's nice to see you. Have you checked out the sights yet? Did you know the Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world? Dubai also houses the world's largest indoor ski slope, which you probably already know, being that you lifted the blood sample from one of their lift tickets. A ski slope in the middle of the desert? Only in Dubai. Thanks for the tips, but were you able to find out whose blood is on the ticket? Ski slope in the middle of the desert? Yeah, only in Dubai. Just like how you can only jump in the water and in my home state of Hawaii. I'm sure you've seen some spots. But I'll tell you, jumping into the water from one of the rocks, that's on my bucket list. I did. I extracted a DNA sample from the blood and ran it against the victims. I got a match. The blood is your victim's. That ticket didn't end up in a bar covered in our victim's blood all by itself. Someone must have lost it there. The killer. And if it's the victim's blood on the ski lift ticket, that can only mean one thing. Our killer likes to ski. Matthew, we're hunting down one hot-blooded, cold-loving killer. Oh, we got about 10 hours to go. And I'll see you guys for when that comes about. For when this thing has ran its course a little bit more. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. Now since I have somebody coming to check out my air conditioner, I'm going to speed this up. Hello Matthew, how are you finding Dubai so far? It's a fascinating country. I can't wait to go out and take some photos. I saw a man riding a lion this morning. Before your photo tour, can you tell us anything about the victim? Absolutely. The killer shot your victim point blank in the chest with a .45 caliber pistol, most likely a semi-automatic. Samus's gun holster was empty, which could mean he was shot with his own gun. Shot with his own gun? Talk about irony. Interestingly, your victim received a second-degree burn on his face while still alive. I studied the blisters and can tell you it was caused by a hot cup of coffee. My guess is the killer first tossed the coffee in the victim's face as a distraction before they fired the shot that killed them. Shot that killed him. In any case, this means our killer drinks coffee. Matthew, they'll need more than caffeine to stay ahead of you. Matthew, I'm parched. Being around these massive buildings, you forget you're in the desert. Matthew, I'm glad you're back. I need a full report of what you've uncovered so far. Yes, well, we can confirm that our victim was, in fact, tied with the sword. Our gold-toting Sultan was adamant about making sure the sword never got their hands on any of Samus's weapons. We also know that Samus and his wife Fiona lost a son a few years back. She thinks her husband was no longer the weapons business. Guess he dealt secrets as well as weapons. Khalid the caddy cried innocent, but his story of finding the victim dead and just leaving doesn't sit right with me. Plus, you can't trust anyone who's that good looking, besides me, of course. Yeah, sure. This is all fine, but what I really want to know is, do you think the sword or Sombra has had anything to do with your victim's murder? I think that... Hey Matthew, hope I'm not interrupting. Just thought you might want to know. I found the victim's stolen money. How about that? We'll get to chapter 2 next time. Alright folks, it's Matthew, we're back. Let's start chapter 2 with the parting shot. Matthew, do you think the sword or Sombra had anything to do with Samus's murder? I need to know. I think that... Hey Matthew, hope I'm not interrupting, but do you remember the money your victim's wife mentioned during her interrogation? Your victim's stolen pocket cash? I found it. You found our victim's stolen money? How? Easy. Any self-respecting, justly paranoid weapons dealer would track their money. All I had to do was find the GPS signal of the tracking device. Once you find the signal, you find the device. And your device is in the slums of Dubai. The victim's money is in the slums? Matthew, you've got to get over there now and track down that bag of cash. Decided to change dogs. Still have that #1 ranking after somebody who had initially beat me ended up being docked from my friends list, but it's okay. I have enough people on my criminal case team already. There it is. Tablet. Instruction sign. Frying pan. There you are, trash bag. Taking me a bit to get used to this. I did get the ranking #2 for this. I had a #1 earlier, but that got bumped down. I was even bumped down to 3rd, but I got 2nd place back. Looks like I can get up to 2nd. I have to buy the mountain goat to have a chance at 1st. Matthew, you never heard about this part of Dubai. Not as flashy. Did you find the stolen money? Whoa, the victim's wife mentioned pocket cash, but this looks more like a bank heist. Let's test the bag for fingerprints so we can find out who's our thief. You also found a locked tablet? What's a tablet doing lying around here? I'm sure unlocking it will give us some answers. Matthew, you want to search through that trash bag? It's just trash. Okay, let's throw on our gloves and start searching. Okay, let's examine the bag of money. Yep, someone coming in an hour, so I better get this over with. Aha! Great, we've dusted the victim's stolen bag of money and got ourselves some fresh fingerprints. Now let's see if we can find a match for them in the database, Matthew. Okay, fingerprints. I think this is the examining one. No, it's not. I just saw Ace's video, so I know it's not it. It's Khalid. The fingerprints on the stolen bag of money are an exact match to those of the golf caddy, Khalid. I knew he was too good-looking to be trusted. He probably snatched the money from our victim's cold, dead hands. That means he's not only a smoldering-eyed thief, but maybe our cold-blooded killer, too. We need to question our crook caddy one more time. Okay. 2. About the victim's stolen money. We found the money you stole from Samus's dead body, Khalid. It's time to tell the truth. Sheriff Matthew, I can't believe you found it. I thought nobody would come searching the slums for that money. And besides, Mr. Cummings was already dead. He wasn't going to use it. Dead or not, that's not an excuse to steal a large sack of money. There was about $50,000 in there. We can report you for this. Please, Sheriff Matthew, I'll do whatever you want. Just don't tell anyone. I can't lose my job. Do you think this is the life I want for myself? To be the son of a maid and an itinerant coffee bean picker? Spending my life serving rich, entitled fools? The only time I can pretend I'm not stuck in this desert wasteland is when my friends at the snow resort let me sneak in and ski. Then I feel important. Is that why you killed Samus Cummings? To be someone important? Or maybe you just wanted to be him? I didn't kill Mr. Cummings. I swear. I only stole the money. I just wanted to move my family as far away from here as possible. That might be the case, Khalid, but that makes you guilty of grand larceny. You're lucky we're not turning you in, but Sheriff Matthew has their eyes on you, so you better watch it. Somehow I don't think he's the killer. Just an instinct. Pistol. Matthew, is that a gun? What's it doing in a trash bag? Someone was probably trying to toss it in a place they hoped nobody would look. Matthew, looks like there are letters engraved into the barrel of the gun. SC. Maybe those are someone's initials? You're right, Matthew. Those initials match the name of our victim, Seamus Cummings. Didn't Angela mention during the autopsy that he didn't have his gun on him? This gun must be his. Didn't she also mention he'd been killed with his own weapon? That means you just found our murder weapon, Matthew. Let's get this smoking gun over to Lars ASAP. Okay, 12 hours, 10:04 right now, so I'll get it at 10:04 p.m. Lock tablet now. And 8-9. Whew! Just got the 9 in time. Now that you've unlocked the tablet you found, Matthew, let's hit play to see what we have. Good morning. It's an honor to be here in Dubai and your community for this special occasion. Every building has a story, and this one is about bringing health and hope to the children of Dubai. May this hospital offer children in need of state-of-the-art medical care a chance at a healthier, brighter future. Oh my God. Matthew, is that Ambassador Stern in the video? The last time we saw her was in Morocco during her attache's murder investigation. She sure is a knack for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Between you and me, Matthew, I was hoping I'd never have to talk to her again. Oh well, let's go find Stern. Why she's in Dubai? The reception desk said this was Stern's hotel room. Let's see if she's here. Ambassador Stern, are you here? It's Agent Jack Archer and Sheriff Matthew. Who are you? Do you know my mommy? Oh, hey kid, I remember you. You're the ambassador's son. Is your mother here? She's in the bathroom. We're going skiing. Do you like popsicles? Do I like what? Andrew, sweetie, who's at the door? Is it room service with my coffee? Agent Archer and Sheriff Matthew, what a surprise. I'm afraid I don't have time to talk right now. I'm off to the ski slopes. Maybe we could catch up some other time? So lovely of you to stop by. I've got a dash. Enjoy Dubai. Well, that didn't lead anywhere. Matthew, why do I get the feeling the ambassador very cleverly blew us off? That woman's smooth, but not too smooth for you, Matthew. She'll be answering to you sooner or later. Yes, she will. Anyways, I will get the remaining stars and let this thing run its course. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. Let's get the results of the pistol. Matthew, sweet work in the field today. Great job on finding the murder weapon. I noticed traces of a dark residue on the gun's trigger and sampled it. What did you find? I found liquid gold. Perhaps not the one you're thinking of, but just as expensive. The residue found on your murder weapon is oud oil. Oud oil? Never heard of it. Not surprising, being that oud is extremely rare. It comes from the agar tree. When the wood becomes infected with mold, the tree reacts by producing a dark scented resin called oud. The resin is distilled to create a highly perfumed body oil. 2 pounds of oil can cost up to $30,000, making it quite the expensive commodity. All that money to smell like a tree? I don't get it, but at least you can say with certainty that our killer wears oud oil. Matthew, we need to find more leads, or we'll be stuck with a dead weapons dealer and no chance at trapping the sword. Lars said that oud oil stuff is expensive, so we know our killer has expensive taste. You're right, Matthew. If we want expensive, the best place to go is the underwater bar. Do have my local news on.
This particular location, the Lighthouse Outreach Center, is the biggest, so
You can see, I got bumped down to second place.
Kim says
But it's
this is
okay.
the biggest
And as you can see, I did decide to get the mountain goat, the one that Ace has.
Together and just share a meal together before the Thanksgiving.
The Lighthouse Dog
I know he's using the robot cat though, but Ace, if you're watching this, I hope
meal and grateful for each other.
you see that that you have a fan and
I'm striving to have a better life.
maybe somebody you'd like to
A lot of people helping me over here.
Roger Mari, KITV Island News.
The delights of traveling is experiencing.
just kind of taking a page out of your book. Not to kind of like copy you per se, but you know, just
We know Japanese food, but do we really?
just for my own entertainment.
Tradition on each regional specialty. Among the 24 varieties of Japanese rice, kasha hikari is the most expensive, up to $20 a pound.
Mine may not be as good as yours, but I try.
Which is also proud of its noodles: soba, somen, udon, shirataki, hiyamugi.
I actually haven't stopped eating today. I heard rumors from Hawaii that when you come here, you should just keep on eating and never stop, and that's what I've been doing, and it's been working very well.
In this region,
Whoa, that cell phone is covered in jewels, and not rhinestones, actual jewels. Let's unlock it and see who it belongs to. A torn photo? No party's complete without a few party pics. Let's put it together.
It's also Nagaoka local food. It's oil-fried tofu, yugao. That is a vegetable which often used for sushi. Zenmai, that's also a plant dish.
I'll go ahead and do it right now.
Itouri, that's a pear, Japanese pear. It's a local food. Myoga, it's like a ginger and you eat with vinegar. And you can also eat as tempura. Shell, baigai, you can
There we go.
shell about 450 deep.
Hey, I know the girl in the photo you restored. That's Vanna, Alabama.
all right out of the shell.
Oh my god.
Appetizing
Like Hannah Montana.
nonetheless.
She's a famous pop star. She sure loves selfies. What's she doing in Dubai? And she's not alone. She took this selfie with our victim. She's partying, but he looks like he's ready to pass out. How do a young pop star and a notorious weapons dealer become acquainted? The only way to know is to ask, Matthew. We're off to mingle with the stars. Ask. Matthew, we're off to mingle with the stars. And I thought Sean Connery was a total punchline.
See for yourself why people are making.
And I thought Sean Connery was too parodic. It was too much of a parody.
And I've never seen deals like this.
Excuse me, Miss Vanna, Alabama? Sorry, I'm not signing autographs today. We're not here for an autograph. We're here about the murder of Seamus Cummings. Who? Oh yeah, he's that old guy I met the other day. He died? Bummer. Yeah, bummer. We found a photo of you two together. You looked pretty cozy. How'd you two meet? The ski slopes. He was rocking that black diamond. He was pretty sexy for an old dude. I have a thing for older guys, you know? Daddy issues. I ran into him at the bar last night. He was really wasted. I gave him some coffee and then we went up to my room. Seamus rocked in the sack, if you get what I mean. Yeah, we get what you mean. We also get that not only did you sleep with a married man, you're now a suspect in his murder. Cancel any world tours you have, because we're going to need you to stick around. And lost cell phone. U86. There we are. Sultan Mahmoud. Matthew, why am I not surprised this blingy cell phone belongs to Sultan Mahmoud? He's got more money than a continent. Let's send his phone over to Elliot. He's good at finding the things we can't see. 12 hours? I'll let it run its course and get the results in the morning. See you for that. Alright folks, we're back. Let's get the results of Sultan's phone. From Elliot. Hey Matthew, about Sultan Mahmood's posh cell phone you found. There wasn't much in it, just random photos of tigers and clothes. So I did a little digging. It's simple to retrieve deleted messages from a phone since they stay stored on the device until being overwritten. All you need is a cloud backup or a third-party app to retrieve them. Were you able to find anything that way? Yeah. I found a photo text that had been sent by one Seamus Cummings, aka your victim, to the Sultan. It's a picture of the Sultan semi-incognito walking into a club called The Closet. I hadn't heard of it, so I looked it up. Turns out it's one of the only gay bars in town. Very underground. Seems like your Sultan likes to hang around in there. Wait, the Sultan's gay? We are talking about that angry dictator, right? Matthew, you're right. During our undercover meeting with him, he offered us extra gold to forget about something. That was it. The victim must have blackmailed the Sultan over his nightly activities. Alright, Matthew, you know what this means. Time to rendezvous with our secretive Sultan, but this time we'll go as ourselves. About the victim's blackmail? Sultan Mahmood, always a pleasure to see you. It must be that oud oil sense of yours. Sheriff Matthew, what are you doing here? Another investigation? I've no time for your inquiries. Servant, bring me my coffee. We're investigating a murder. This time it's someone by the name of Seamus Cummings. Ever heard of him? No. That's funny, he knows you. Matter of fact, he texted you a photo he took of you sneaking into quite the interesting bar. That's enough. Don't say another word. What do you want? Women? Money? Cars? Name your price. We want the truth. Did you kill Seamus to keep him quiet? No, but I should have. He deserved it. Sultan Mahmood, we were close to arresting you once, so Sheriff Matthew won't think twice about locking you up this time if you killed Seamus Cummings. Matthew, this is turning out to be one wild case. Between pop stars, sultans, and tigers, I don't know where I am anymore. Well, that makes two of us. Hi, Matthew. I thought I'd find you here. Angela? What are you doing here? My kids love Vanna, Alabama, so I was hoping to take some pictures of her. Is she around? She's probably off taking a half-naked selfie somewhere. How's the case going? Any leads? Well, let's see. We have a pop star who had a one-night stand with the victim, but could barely remember his name. A caddy who stole the victim's money in search of a better life, but swears he didn't kill him. And, oh yeah, a sultan who walks into the closet on a nightly basis, but is afraid to come out of it. So I say the case is going great. Sure. Whoa. What's all that commotion? There are two women fighting on the other side of the roof. Let's check it out. Jeez. Two women fighting is never a good sign. It's worse enough with two guys, but two girls going at it? Yeah. Definite red flag right there. So we'll end it here, and for now, this is Matthew. See you for Chapter 3. Alright, folks, it is Matthew. We are back. Let's start Chapter 3 of The Parting Shot. Matthew, between pop stars, sultans, and tigers, this is becoming one wild case, and we still need to find a new way to trap the sword. What's all that commotion? There are two women fighting on the other side of the roof. Let's check it out. What are you going to do, old lady? I'm going to throw you off this roof, you little tramp. Wait, before you do, let me grab some shots of my album. Everyone smile. Tramp. Ladies, behave yourself. You're acting like children. She started it by sleeping with my husband. I can't help it if your husband preferred younger meat. Let me at her. That's enough. Vanna, go pull yourself together and maybe put some clothes on. Fiona, calm down. Matthew's going to need to ask you some questions. And Matthew, you're right. We should search the crime scene again to see if anything got kicked up during the chaos. I'm going to investigate the Putting Green crime scene first. But seeing as I'm under happy hours right now, I probably should go with some people who are at one hint. But first of all, I'm going to get this energy right here. Well, looks like I got a royal flush now. Thanks to that King of Clubs. Or King of Spades, excuse me. Okay. Shirt. Dirty paper. Banana. Cap. Perfume and the ripped newspaper. I did go and buy the mountain goat, but I went back to the Dalmatian this time because I do want to get some more energy. Matthew, you found a torn up newspaper? Maybe this will be news we can actually use. Let's tape it up. What's inside that crumpled resort stationery, Matthew? Is that hair? If you think it may be a lead, you better vacuum it up. I'm examining the crime scene clues first before I talk to the people. Got it. 9 energy coming my way. Wait, Matthew, was that hair you just vacuumed from the pubic region? Oh man, that's gross. Who does that? Let's just get this hair to Lars to find out what it's doing on our crime scene. Some guys do that. At least shave hair down there. At least I'm pretty sure. Anyway, rip newspaper now. Shooting in Morocco. Seamus Cummings is the man you're looking for. The headline of the newspaper you restored reads, "Shooting in Morocco," and there's a photo of armed rebels surrounding a school. Someone wrote a message on it, back in black marker. Stern, Seamus Cummings is the man you're looking for. You're right, Matthew, that must have been for Ambassador Stern. That's the real reason she's here in Dubai. I knew she was blowing us off. Matthew, let's go interrogate Stern again, and this time we'll get answers. Up to 3 now. About her interest in the victim. You're not only here on a goodwill mission, are you, Stern? You also came to meet with Seamus Cummings. Did you see what happened in my country? It's a nightmare, and it's his fault. Seamus sold weapons to different rebel factions throughout the region, and now they decided to target foreign interests, including schools. The shooting that just happened was at my son's school. All those children in danger. It's horrific. What did you want with Seamus? He's not the one shooting. No, but he's the one selling them weapons. I found he was going to be here in Dubai, so I came to negotiate a deal, but he wasn't interested. He was as cold as ice. As a father, how could he not care? It was all about the money for him. That's usually what weapons dealers are about. I just hope he didn't kill Seamus to get him to stop. Violence never pays. Okay, let's find out what Fiona Cummings had to say about the cat fight with Vanna, Alabama. Mrs. Cummings, what was that cat fight all about? You want to know? This entire trip was a sham. We're supposed to be here on an anniversary trip, but Seamus was actually here for a business deal, and he slept with that celebrity wannabe too. I should have known. The skiing, the jewelry, the shopping, they weren't anniversary gifts. They were all decoys to keep me clueless. Just like him too. Like his way of giving oud oil to everyone. Me, his caddy. He wanted to buy people's loyalty with money. That must have hurt, his lying and cheating. I can understand if you lost your temper. I never do anything like that. I'm normally a very calm person, unless of course I've had a lot of coffee. Right. Do us a favor and stay away from rooftops and cat fights. And coffee. Well, now just about everyone's in the running. So that'll be it here. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright, folks, we're back. I'm going to speed this up because I got a basketball game tonight. I'm going to. Matthew, you're just in time for my latest joke. Knock, knock. Sorry, Matthew, it'll be quick. Who's there? Harry. Harry who? Harry Situation we got here. Get it? Harry Situation? Hilarious, bro. Maybe we should Harry along with the analysis. Get it? Sorry, Matthew. Lars, what can you tell us about this hair Matthew found at the golf course? I tell you what part of the body it's from, but I'm pretty sure you know. However, I bet you don't know it's hair from your victim's body. This hair belongs to our victim. Why would he save his own shavings? Unless it wasn't him who saved it, but that would be weird. Weird, but exactly the case. Along with your victim's hair, I found strands of a different type of hair. I ran a DNA sample through our database and found the owner of the errant hairs, Vanna, Alabama. Vanna collected our victim's pubic hairs. Well, she is weird. Matthew, let's go find Vanna and comb the truth out of her.
Now the wet weather is likely to last into the early work week and expected to stall over
the victim's hair she collected?
Tuesday.
Yuck.
Some changes are ahead.
Miss Alabama, care to tell us why you collected a paper full of Seamus's curlies? Damn, it must have fallen when that old lady attacked me. I just wanted something to remember him by after he so cruelly broke my heart. So you took his pubes? I thought it was just a one-night stand. That's how it started, but it turned into a passionate affair. He spoiled me with gifts like jewelry and oud oil, but he stopped it out of the blue. He destroyed me like a wrecking ball. I found out he and his wife were coming here on an anniversary trip, so I followed them. But when I showed up at his hotel door, he called me a stalker and told me to never call him again. So I got him drunk and shaved him. That way his wife was sure to know I had been there too. Payback, baby. Miss Alabama, I don't care how famous you are. If Sheriff Matthew finds out you killed Seamus to get revenge, you'll be going straight to jail where the hair grows wilder.
More than 25,000 people waited patiently to board their planes at Hawaiian Airlines, and it's only day one of the busiest travel weeks here in Hawaii.
Matthew, time is of the essence. We need to find Seamus's killer so we can continue with our plan to trap the sword. I hate the feeling we're just sitting ducks. We've investigated all the crime scenes and still haven't found everything we need to arrest the killer. What's that, Matthew? You think we should head to the slums again? Considering that's where we found our murder weapon, I say let's do it.
There might be some stress along the process, but that's why we're here, to help alleviate it along the way.
To help streamline the check-in process, process, 14 Hawaiian Airlines volunteers will be stationed throughout the lobby, answering questions and directing people in the right direction.
With all the changes in the rules and how you clear the gates now, it's certainly helpful.
What's really helpful to our agents and to the passengers.
Going with the ones who have one hint, just to give them a chance.
Do you have your boarding passes already?
Lubicel Giver is headed home to San Francisco.
Uh-oh, did I get the...
But before she enters the lobby,
Oh no, I don't. Oh no, I didn't.
offered some assistance.
I can see the toolbox, snake, guitar,
Very slow and nice. They are not
rug, lighter,
Could change as more people are expected to head out for their
brown bottle, brown bottle.
We want to get back to friends and family to enjoy.
Aha, there you are.
We want to make sure
A roll-on bottle.
we give our best service for them.
Roger Murray, KITV Island News.
The extra help will be at all entrances at the Hawaiian Airlines lobby on Wednesday, November 25th and Sunday the 29th. Hawaiian airline officials say if this week goes well,
Yeah, I made a mistake earlier
Christmas.
by not going with
Bernard Carvalho is back from Japan, where he
hints on cover. That's all right though.
cemented the sister-city relationship with cities Mariana.
That roll-on you found has an intense smell. This must be the oud oil we've been hearing about. It looks like there's sand stuck on the roller ball, Matthew. We're going to need a sample of that.
And solid foundation.
You want to search that toolbox? Knowing we found a gun in the trash, we're bound to find something just as good in here.
This month, our nation observes the 74th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. KITV will commemorate the event with a special mixed plate from Japan leading up to the 70th anniversary of the end of the war in the Pacific. Here's a peek.
Oh, I'm going to do it right now.
Like many events in this prefecture, what looks like a joyous celebration has its roots in tragedy. On this day 70 years ago, American bombs destroyed 80% of the city and killed nearly 1,500 people. And so, their spirits
Aha.
called back to earth on this night.
Got the sand.
Streets once leveled.
Let's send that oily sand sample you found on the oud oil bottle to Lars ASAP, Matthew.
Pacific leaders want to move forward, and the best way to do that, they feel, is to bring this festival to the place where this saga
Okay,
began.
9 hours.
They came, they saw, and they were not disappointed. For 20 minutes, the Nagaoka Pyrotechnic Masters.
I'm going to put the killer behind bars tomorrow morning.
They call Blossoms for Peace.
I decided to speed up
And on this
this thing because... Oh, bloody disc. I got a basketball game tonight. Matthew, what's this thing you found in the toolbox? It looks like a metal object surrounded by a plastic disc. Whatever it is, it's covered in blood. This is a job for Lars.
Continue our efforts to pass the baton of peace to future generations.
Alright, 15 hours. I'll get the remaining stars and I'll see you guys for that. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then.
Explain the other story, December 16th at
Alright folks, we're back. Let's put a killer behind bars. Let's get the results of the sand. Matthew, the clock is ticking, so I'll cut to the chase. The sample you collected from that oud oil roll-on was a mixture of two things, sand and sweat. The sand on the roller ball comes from a prestigious golf course in the US. There's only one course in Dubai that ships the sand in, the Rooftop Golf Course. If the sand found on the oud oil roller ball comes from our crime scene, this must mean the bottle belongs to our killer. Precisely. Plus mixed with the oud and sand was sweat, your killer's sweat. And the DNA in the sweat gave me your killer's profile. Your killer has brown eyes. Come on, Matthew, we need to find this brown-eyed assassin before they kill again. Got me another royal flush thanks to that jack of spades. Jack of clubs, I should say. Strange object now. Matthew, about that object you found covered in blood. It was really small. Glad I wear glasses. The object in question is an earring back. It's used to keep earrings in and distribute their weight better. What's interesting about this earring back is that it belongs to your killer. It belongs to our killer? How do you know? First, I ran a specimen of the blood found on the earring back against your victim's blood. It's a perfect match. Second, your victim wasn't wearing any. Matthew's right. The killer must have lost it while trying to toss the murder weapon in the slums. Matthew, this means our killer's wearing earrings, and if our killer likes jewelry, they're about to get a brand new set of bracelets. Matthew, we've got all the proof we need. Let's go throw the book at our killer. It's not the ambassador. It's the wife. Fiona Cummings, you're under arrest for the murder of your husband, Seamus. You killed him because he cheated on you? Sheriff Matthew, if I had killed my husband every time he cheated, he'd be long dead by now. I didn't kill him. Don't bother lying. We found your ski lift ticket covered in his blood. Lots of people ski in Dubai. That ticket could have been anybody's. Really? And his blood just happened to get on somebody else's earring back? The one that coincidentally matched the earrings he gave you as a gift? I'm appalled you'd blame me, his wife. I loved him. I put up with all his stuff. You should be arresting the caddy. He stole Seamus' money after all. But he didn't kill him. It was his oud oil we found on the trigger of the gun that fired the fatal blow. And you used Seamus' own gun. Now that's revenge. Fine, yes I did it, but he killed our son. When our son died, Seamus told me it had been a drive-by. You know, wrong place, wrong time. It destroyed me. It took all I had to rebuild my life. But a few months ago, I found out it was all a lie. Wait, your son didn't die from a drive-by shooting? No, our son accidentally shot himself with Seamus' gun, and Seamus covered it up. He promised me he wouldn't keep the gun at home, but he did, and our son died because of it. Oh, that's sad. I don't have children, but I can understand how difficult that must have been. However, it still doesn't justify murder. A mother does what she needs to do to defend her children. I couldn't be there to defend mine, so I did what I had to do to make it right. And now Sheriff Matthew needs to make things right. Fiona Cummings, you're under arrest for the murder of Seamus Cummings. Fiona Cummings, you're charged with the murder of your husband, Seamus Cummings. You killed your husband on the rooftop golf course, right? How was that? As awful as killing your husband can be, but I had to do it. No, I meant the golf course. No, I meant the course. How was the golf course? I've been meaning to try it. I lost my child and my husband, and all you can ask me about is the golf course? Have you no soul, Your Honor? You know the saying, you live by the fire, you die by the fire. Mrs. Fiona Cummings, this court sentences you to 10 years in prison for the murder of Seamus Cummings. I don't care. No jail will ever be as painful as losing my son. Matthew, that was a surprise. Fiona did have sad eyes, but I never thought she'd be hiding a secret like that. Goes to show how far people will go to protect those they love. Unfortunately, what it doesn't show is how we can track the sword. They're still out there. Matthew, the sword will have to wait. We have an emergency. The ambassador's son has been kidnapped. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see the other ones first. Jessica Stern, ambassador, cleared, doesn't wear oud oil. Vanna, Alabama, blue eyes instead of brown. Khalid Al-Zarati doesn't wear earrings. Sultan Mahmoud doesn't ski. It was the wife. So I'll see you for that. See you for the AI. Alright folks, it's Matthew. We're back. Let's go to Crossing the Desert 5. Matthew, you have an emergency. The ambassador's son Andrew has been kidnapped. Kidnapped? When? How? A few minutes ago, Andrew and Stern were at the underwater bar having a snack when he went to the bathroom and never came back. Who would do something like this? That's exactly what you need to find out. We need to find Andrew and the people who did this. Because it's a time-sensitive issue, I've enlisted the help of Carmen. We need our best people on this. Matthew, we can start by questioning Stern. I'm sure she'll have information you can use. This is life or death, Matthew. Every second we lose, that boy's chances of surviving diminish. We're counting on you. About Andrew's kidnapping? I can't believe this is happening. My boy, Sheriff Matthew, please find him. We will, I promise, but we need to know exactly what happened. Andrew and I were at the underwater bar having some snacks. He went to the bathroom, but he was taking a long time, so I went to check on him. But when I looked, he was gone. Did he have anything with him? He left everything at the table, except for his teddy bear. He takes it everywhere, but come to think of it, Sheriff Matthew, there's a tracking device in the teddy bear. My staff had it recently installed. I can track the GPS signal of the device through my phone. Wait, where's my phone? It's not here. Don't worry, Sheriff Matthew will find your phone. You probably just left it at the bar. Matthew, we need to head to the underwater bar. We'll grab Archer on the way. Please, Sheriff Matthew, find my boy. Whatever it takes. Take this cash in case you need it. Well, how about that? We're gonna get to 20,000 early. I still have that #1 crown in the second crime scene in the rooftop golf course. Kidnap note. Two clues there, alright. Oh. It's okay. Damn, Matthew, I don't see Stern's phone anywhere. We need that GPS signal. Matthew, did you find anything else that could help us? A bar napkin? What's that on it? It looks like wood fibers. Matthew, let's vacuum them up. Wait, that letter is addressed to the Bureau. And it's signed The Sword. The Sword? What does the Sword have to do with this? You're right, Matthew. There are wet spots all over the paper. We need a sample of this liquid. It has to be part of the message. Wow. That was really lucky. Unknown substance. 9 energy coming my way. Matthew, now that you sampled the liquid on the Sword's letter, we can find out what it is. You're right. We don't have time to get this to Lars. We'll do it ourselves. If I like to take a guess what it is, I like to say sweat, but I hope it's not urine. It doesn't look like it is, though. Oh, that one took a long time. Oh, it's Andrew's tears. Matthew, the molecular composition of the sample you took from the Sword's letter is that of human tears. And the DNA in these tears belongs to Andrew Stern. Which means the Sword kidnapped Andrew. But why? Matthew, you think we should ask Jonah for help? Desperate times call for desperate measures. But the Sword's plan. Jonah, if the Sword's kidnapped Andrew, we need all the help we can get. I'm happy to help, but I gotta tell you, it doesn't look good. It's not the first time the Sword's kidnapped someone. The Sword's got the same MO every time. They kidnap a new target and ship them out of the country. Unfortunately, that target is never seen again. Do you have any idea where they go once they've shipped out? That's the tricky part. They never go to the same place twice. They've got hideouts all around the Persian Gulf. If I were you, I'd start in the slums. That's their ship-out point. But you shouldn't go alone. You're right, Matthew. This is the Sal's terrain, and she's great in the field. We'll ask her to come with us. Matthew, you better hurry. The longer you wait, the higher the chance that the kid won't survive. Matthew, we should eat a burger before we go. We'll need the energy. There we are. Mousetrap. Something in it. Sheriff Matthew, I'm glad you asked me to come with you. The Sword will not be easy to track down. Especially if we spend our time with mousetraps. Matthew, what? Oh, you're right. The orange feather in the trap. That's the same type of feather the Sword used on their poison darts that killed Chief Ripley. The Sword must have left this for you, Matthew. I think there's a message written on it, but it's faded. Time for adjusting, Matthew. Boy, are we just whizzing through this. There's nothing more deceptive than an obvious fact. The message on the mousetrap reads, there's nothing more deceptive than an obvious fact. What could the Sword mean by that? We don't have time to guess. Matthew's right, let's get this mousetrap to DuPont. Okay, we're gonna have to wait on this one. 6 hours. Let's examine the napkin. Got it. Fibers. Matthew, now that you've vacuumed up the wood fibers from the bar napkin, let's see if Lars can tell us what they are. 2 we'll have to wait on. 9 hours as well. This is perfect. I'll get it after school and work. After my school and work. So I'll see you guys when these 2 run their courses. For now, this is Matthew. See you then. Alright folks, we're back. Let's get the results of the Sword's message. It's ghastly what happened to Andrew, Matthew. Quelle horror. That's why we need your help. What can you tell us about the message the Sword left on the mousetrap? The message is a quote by the very astute Sherlock Holmes. In the Bascom Valley Mystery, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle wrote this as a way for Sherlock to say, that which is the most obvious is also the most misleading. Of course, Sheriff Matthew, the orange dart feather in Morocco, the dollar bills in the desert, same as his briefcase in Egypt, all breadcrumbs leading you here, and now the kidnapping. Even the mousetrap itself, it all points to the same thing. I don't get it. Matthew, Ripley's murder and everything that's happened since, it's all been laid out by the Sword to lead you into a trap. A trap? But we were supposed to trap them. Matthew, we've been puppets all along. It's time to show the sword who's boss. Fibers right now. Matthew, this is horrible. I'd die if someone kidnapped my daughters. Hopefully you'll never have to deal with it, but we got a kid out there right now who needs our help. What can you tell us about the fibers Matthew found? The fibers he found on the bar napkin are known as wood wool or excelsior. They're finely shaped wood slivers cut from logs. Used commonly as packaging, it also serves as stuffing for plush animals like teddy bears. Teddy bears? Andrew's teddy bear went missing along with him. Maybe this is Andrew's bear stuffing. Matthew, you think whoever took Andrew was searching for the tracking device in the bear? But all we found are wood shavings. That must mean Andrew still has the bear with him, and the tracking device is still inside. Matthew, we need Stern's phone. Let's search the hotel, starting with the rooftop golf course. One moment, folks. I think I might need a refresh, so just a sec. Okay, I think that's been taken care of, so let's get to this. Let's see. I've heard. Okay, ship, electric fan, aha, cell phone.
The future for treating bladder cancer could
Great.
come from here. UH Cancer Research
And
is
fan.
testing what they call ALT-803, a drug that could prove to be more effective for patients with
Aha.
invasive bladder cancer.
It can kind of rev up the immune system, which would then cause your own body to
Matthew, you found a phone. There's a photo of Stern and Andrew on it. It must be the ambassadors. Let's unlock it ASAP.
And with existing drugs on the market, the cancer still has a 50 to 80% chance of
Will I have to wait on this one? Now I'm down to 10 stars. Will I have to go to the next case for free, or will I have to wait again?
participants in Hawaii, and the results were encouraging.
At this time, we anticipate at least 20% of these patients
BEA and
so far, none of the patients have ever
CEM.
Getting the drug on shelves will require more testing. Researchers
Oh.
say they are closer to getting FDA approval.
Matthew, the unlocked phone is displaying what must be the tracking app Stern mentioned. Look, the tracking device is activated. Andrew's bear is on the move. But wait, the bear isn't in Dubai anymore. It's in the middle of the Gulf.
KITV Island News.
The Pentagon plans to more than double its identification of soldiers' remains in the coming year. The Home will start advertising reporting. Officials predict the agency.
Okay, let's tell Ambassador Stern. I'm gonna get to go to the next case for free.
80 in the last fiscal year. The
Ambassador Stern, Sheriff Matthew found your phone. It's tracking Andrew.
determines that the national
Oh my god, you found Andrew? The tracker is moving, which means Andrew still has his bear with him. But the thing is... What? Where's my son, Sheriff Matthew? He's on the Gulf. We're not sure exactly where he's headed. That can't be! Sheriff Matthew, you have to rescue my little boy. I know how frightening this must be. Sheriff Matthew will do everything possible to find Andrew. Matthew, we need to gear up. We'd best be ready for whatever comes our way.
City Council has budgeted about $1 million in funding for that trail.
So now broadcasting item warning for those.
Matthew, have you found Andrew? Andrew's on a boat heading up the Persian Gulf. The sword gutted Andrew's bear, but we can still track it. This whole thing is part of the sword's plan. Everything up to now has been leading us into a trap, including this kidnapping. Trap or not, we need to rescue Andrew. We can't sacrifice a child for our own safety. Sheriff Matthew, Andrew's tracker just stopped moving. He's in Iraq. Oh, I hope the kid's okay. I really do. Okay, so they haven't undone. Okay, so they haven't unlocked case 12 yet. Will I be doing any cases in elite mode? I probably will, just to kind of pass the time. So for now, this is Matthew. See you then.